everyone! Today I want to talk about my favorite books I read in English and share my honest thoughts about them. And just my honest opinion, so it's just like a reflection on them. Most of these books are psychological thrillers because I love this genre, and some of them, of course, are novels, especially by Colleen Hoover. So, let's get it started. And the first book, and it's actually my number one, is a psychological thriller by Freida McFadden, and it's Never Lie. My honest opinion that it's 10 out of 10. This is a psychological thriller about secrets, manipulation, and hidden identities. The story follows a couple who get trapped in an isolated house during a snowstorm. Inside the house, they discover recordings connected to the previous owner, a psychiatrist who disappeared under mysterious circumstances. This is exactly the kind of novel where nothing is what it seems. The atmosphere is tense and claustrophobic bit, and with every new discovery, your understanding of the story changes. Psychologically, the book explores how easily people lie to others and to themselves, and how dangerous blind trust can be. The ending is shocking but logical, and that's why it works so well, I think. For me, this book is exactly clear 10 out of 10. Another absolute favorite is The Silent Patient. This book is slower but much deeper psychologically. It's a story about trauma, silence, and obsession. The main character stops speaking after a violent act, and that silence becomes the most powerful element of the novel. It's one of those novels where silence speaks louder than words. You constantly analyze motivations, unreliable narration, and small detail that later turn out to be crucial. The tension here is quiet and unsettling rather than dramatic. The ending forces you to rethink everything you've read before. And I'd also rate this one 9 out of 10. Next, psychological thriller again is Verity, and again by Freida McFadden. This story is unsettling, and to be honest, I couldn't sleep at night because I wanted to finish it. I was so interested in this story and in this book, and all of the events were really unpredictable. So, the story is set in a locked psychiatric unit, which immediately creates a very intense atmosphere. It's a novel where you're constantly questioning who is sane and who is not. Who is this main psycho in the story, including the narrator. The book plays with perception, responsibility, and mental health. As a reader, you are encouraged to analyze every character and doubt your own assumptions. The ending is disturbing but logical, and it leaves a strong impression for me. I'll give this one a strong maybe 8-9 out of 10. Finally, if we are talking about thrillers, this is Behind Her Eyes by Pinborough. This book mixed psychological thriller elements with mysticism and fantasy, and to be honest, it reminds me of Stephen King's book, and I think that it's insomnia, that's something about false dreams. So it's a story where psychological tension is combined with supernatural ideas, which makes it quite unusual, but still unsettling and interesting. I found the concept interesting, but I personally prefer thrillers that stay closer to reality. I've also watched the Netflix adaptation, and in my opinion, the book was better. I'd give this one maybe about 6-7 out of 10. Now, let's talk about Colleen Hoover. And first, her book is Verity. This book is very different from her usual emotional novels. It's darker and more psychological, focusing on obsession, manipulation, and moral boundaries. It's a novel where you are never sure which version in the story is true, and that uncertainty keeps you hooked while reading. I remember that I couldn't sleep. Yes, I just wanted to finish this story. It's really creepy. The psychological tension builds through doubt rather than action. For me, Verity is unsettling, emotional, dark, and very, very gripping. I'd rate a strong 10 out of 10, or maybe not 10, 11 out of 10, because I really love it. And I think that it's my favorite Colleen Hoover's books. Another emotional novel is All Your Perfects, and I really love it. This is a novel about marriage. Sometimes it's turbulent, but not abusive. It's about long marriage, expectations, and quite emotional pain. And you can feel it, actually, while reading. It shows how love can exist alongside disappointment and resentment. It's a story where emotional struggles feel very realistic and honest. There is nothing exaggerated, just real human feelings, and you can feel it if you try this book. This book is not easy to read. It's heavy sometimes, but powerful, and I'd rate it 9 or 10 out of 10, definitely. Next, It Ends With Us. This novel focuses on relationships, difficult choices, and the cycle of emotional and physical abuse, unfortunately. It's not an easy book to read, but it's an important one, I think. It's a novel where love is complicated and sometimes painful, and where characters are forced to make very hard decisions. The book encourages reflection rather than judgment. I think it's emotionally strong and meaningful, and I'd give it around 7 or 8 out of 10, but not 10. Another one, and actually one of my favorite books, is November 9. Unfortunately now I don't have a paper version. This book is about love, timing, missed opportunities. The idea of meeting once a year is interesting, but emotionally it didn't affect me as deeply, as I thought. But despite this fact, I love this story. It's a novel where timing plays a crucial role, and for me it felt lighter compared to her stronger works like All Your Perfects. And I'd also rate it around 9 or 8 out of 10. Next book is Reminders of Him, again by Colleen Hoover. This is an emotional story about loss, guilt, and forgiveness. It explores how the past can shape a person's future and how difficult it is to move on. It's a novel where healing takes time and emotions are central in the story. For me, it was touching, but not as powerful as some of her books. I'd rate it about 8-9 out of 10 because I love this book. This book is about a relationship between mother and daughter, mainly. I remember the moment that I even cried at the end of the story because it was touching, I think, and this book is quite emotional, yes, and you can feel this empathy. So these are books I read in English, and you can see that not all, because some of them are ebooks, some of them I sell and now don't have the paper version. And my honest thoughts about them. Overall, I realized that I'm most drawn to novels where psychology and uncertainty and human behavior are at the center of the story. If you love psychological thrillers, I definitely recommend starting with Never Lie, The Silent Patient, and this book, The Housemaid. You can see that I started it yesterday, in the evening, and you can see how much I've read. So it's so grippy and I couldn't just put it away. I wanted to read and I couldn't stop. So I think that this book will be my favorite, next my favorite Freida McFadden's. Of course, if you love novels and psychological novels, I recommend starting with Maybe It Ends With Us, November 9, and of course All the Perfects by Colleen Hoover. Thank you for watching my video and feel free to share your favorite books in the comments. And see you in my next videos. Bye!